Hey, welcome back to the Loretta McNary Show. So, my next guest is the epitome of reinvention with style, intention, and confidence. Dr. Jeannie Jacobs walked away from a 20-year career as an OB-GYN and stepped into a bold new pivot, building a lifestyle brand that celebrates beauty, connection, and the elevated living, not performance, just having a good time, not having your house so beautiful that people don't feel comfortable, but having it beautiful and inviting everybody. Welcome, Dr. Jeannie Jacobs. Hi there.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so this is the first question I want to ask. What was going on in your life? And you said, you know what, this is good at the time, but there's something calling my name louder than being a OBGYN. I'm going to go and become a lifestyle expert. What was going on in your life when you made that pivot?
Well, during the time this really kicked off was, of course, COVID. I was working actually part-time as an OB, and I had already scaled back. I had young kids, and I went to work one day and I saw a patient. She was COVID positive. She was pregnant, 33 weeks, was not doing well, came into the hospital, had to do a stat section. And her reaction, the way she treated me, the staff was just deplorable to me. You're dying. And all you can say is, this is a hoax. I don't care if I infect other people. I don't care if I die or my baby die. And I sat there and I said, what am I doing? Why I'm giving my all, caring for people who really don't care for themselves, who could care less about me and my family. And it just snapped. I said, it's time. It's time for me to be present for my family. I want to live to see grandchildren. I want to be cared for and respected too, in the same level that I give everyone else. And I felt that I deserved that. So I walked out. I didn't look back. I called my supervising physician. I said, hey, I think you kind of know, but this is it. And I got in the car and I never looked back at that hospital again. I never had any regrets.
Oh, well. So did you already have your idea, or was it tugging at your heart, Just Jeannie? Was that brand already percolating in your spirit before you decided that was it?
Not really. At least I didn't realize it. Before I officially quit or went part time, I was doing other things because I felt that I had to be me. I had to have the essence of me before medicine. Because as physicians, you kind of lose that because you get all caught up into caring for other people, doing for other people, but you have to realize you have to nurture yourself. So, I started doing me things and didn't really realize it. And I'm talking about going out to eat. Having a lunch is like totally luxury for me because at that time, all I had to do was, see patients in the hospital. I would run to the cafeteria, scarf something down. I never could sit down and eat, enjoy lunch, talk to people, just enjoy what I'm eating. I was just like a machine. Things like just hanging out with friends, that was rare. I started doing that more. And then eventually I said, you know what, I'm going to sell real estate because I like people, you know?
Yeah.
I started selling real estate. I started volunteering. And then all of a sudden, it just all came to a head. I said, I'm going to be me and do me and enjoy life and show other people how they can do it as well and not lose yourself into what society thinks you should be, especially as physicians.
Right. And women, right? People have this other way of how we should live and show up and do business and raise our children, be a family person. And then we have a burning desire that says, I want to be authentically me. So your brand, Just Jeannie, it feels very intentional and very you. Did you already have this style with your decor in your home and in your spaces and the way you cook and present to people who are invited over? Did you always have that
It
already?
was always there. I just never recognized it. And I grew up in South Carolina. So, I was around a lot of women. That's what they did. My mom and her sisters and grandmother. People will always want to come to the house. And I never really understood that until I got older. But I remember when I was like a toddler and growing up, every week there was something going on. Strangers would come and eat with us. They would sit at the table and they would stay. They wouldn't go home, and I'm like, why? It wasn't like everything at the table was perfect, You didn't have a lot of money to do it, or if you did, you didn't need to. It's the way you made people feel. And so that carried with me. And again, you probably see it, as I was taking care of patients, the way I treated my patients, I didn't treat them as patients. I treat them that they were special people. And I made a point of learning everyone's name, their kids, what they were doing. So I made people feel welcome in my office, and that translated into my home. So my home is always decorated. It's always nice and pretty. People love to come here. They sit and they like, oh my gosh, I feel relaxed. And again, I don't have to spend necessarily a whole bunch of money to do that. But little things that give that special touch and make people feel I can sit in this home. I don't care how beautiful it is and feel relaxed. But I was famous for giving like large parties for kids, like on my street. Um, Even in the past, when I've lived in Louisiana, I always got accused of trying to convert the Muslim children into Christianity because it was a joke. The parents would joke.
Yeah.
Knew
Yeah.
that bring their children to my house and they would have Christmas. They would see the fabulous decorations, the Santa Clauses. Easter. I mean, I was known to give a huge Easter egg hunts. Like I have 50 to 60 families at my house and everyone's running. It wasn't about perfection. It was just I had an environment and I had a knack at it and making people feel welcome and making feel people connect with each other who normally would not have connected. And that was always around the table and the story.
Okay. So welcome to the table, your book, which is a great lead way into talking about your cookbook. And it's no ordinary cookbook at all. I've looked at it and I'm just impressed with it. So, but before I talk about welcome to the table, your cookbook, which is available where books are sold, your candle, what were you already making candles? Was that something you always wanted to do? Or were you just so busy you never thought about what you really wanted to do? I'm just saying, because you were a doctor, OB-GYN, and now you're this lifestyle expert. I'm trying to figure out the pieces. So was the candle, you have a luminosity candle or something like that? Tell us about that.
Well, the candles, that's part of the ambiance, the me. Scent
Mhm.
plays a lot on our brains. It stimulates certain areas of your brain. It brings you peace. It can bring you disaster. It depends on what you're smelling. But it brings, for me, luminosity in particular was the first candle I came up with. And I did that after I left medicine because that scent, the lemon, the lime, the basil, the lily of the valley, it was, of course, enlightening. It brought me peace, but it also brought me clarity. And that was the way I began to pivot. I needed that clarity, and that candle was a part of that clarity. And that's why I started the candle line. We all most people like scents, like fragrance is like in vogue to have, but more is, I guess it's a wellness type aspect of my brand. Because scents bring the ambiance, they bring you the peace, they bring you the clarity, they set the mood, they set the tone in your home. Like when people come to my home, you hit the door, and I have a signature scent at the door, and I choose a scent for what that moment or what that event is about. And it's amazing how to see people just kind of transform and just calm or whatever it is and feel at peace and at home in the home because of that. I even sprint my tables, like the table linen or your chairs when you sit down. Sure, I make sure it doesn't compete with the food, but I want you to feel that's the first thing you smell, right? And that's going to set the mood, the feeling in the home, the way the conversations flow, the dinner will flow. So it is more of a wellness or lifestyle component rather than, I guess, a vanity or novelty item for me.
So what did you, I know you love, obviously you love cooking. It's not what you do, is a part of who you are, and you put your heart and soul in it. You had some great role models growing up in South Carolina, and then you moved to another food economy where everybody loves the food in New Orleans, right? So when you're cooking, and I saw you had a lamb recipe, you had potato salad, but it looked so elevated, right? So I'm thinking I can't even cook anything that she's preparing because everything looks so elevated. So help those of us who are home chefs who like cooking but feel intimidated, because yours is so beautiful.
Please don't feel intimidated, because I purposely wrote these recipes, or, adopted them, as my mom says, from the family line, so to speak. But the recipes are very simple. And I grew up watching Julia Child. I love Julia Child, but oh my gosh, her stuff is so complicated. Even today, when I pick up a book, I'm like, oh, I really want to make this recipe, but I got to devote a whole day to it. You can't do that today, especially with work, with children, and all the demands out there. But everyone deserves to have a dish, a signature dish, or a few of them that taste absolutely fabulous. That when people come over, they're like, "Oh, girl, you put your foot in it." So what I did, I took some recipes, I tried them out, adapted them, but I made sure that the recipes were simple enough where the ingredients weren't too complicated and definitely instructions were not, and adapt them to a modern day lifestyle. So anyone can make these dishes. I have kids who are making these dishes. I have families down the street who are, who are not American, they're Indian, they're coming from Pakistan, they're making my dishes and they're loving them. And there's so much, they say, "Oh, Jeannie, it's so good, but it's so simple. And I can make this over and over again." That's the point. I want you to get in there, try one, love it, and just keep it a part of your repertoire, your signature dishes for any time, anywhere when you want something good.
Wow, that's beautiful. So, speaking of cooking, those things that are easy, and then hosting. And some people think I can't host, and they think you got to have this big, huge home in order to host. No, you could have whatever. Because growing up, we went to our family's house. Not everybody had a big, beautiful home, but what they had was inviting. The company was perfection, community and fellowship. So, what's a hosting tip when you do have people over and you're feeling like, what are they going to say? Are they going to be looking for something wrong? People aren't looking for anything wrong. They're just coming to share time. So don't even think that. What's a good hosting tip that you can share with us?
What? Oh, yeah. When people hit your door, I
Mhm.
have several. Let me just break it down.
I know we're in your lane. Yes.
is create an experience. Think about an experience. When people hit your front porch, what are they looking at? Make sure that door is clean or the porch is, brushed off. Make sure the door handle is clean. That's basic. When people see that, they say, "Okay, she's ready. She's ready for us." When they open that door, make sure the home smells great. Whatever scent it is you want. Of course, try one of my candles or my room sprays, but add a scent. Greet people at the door with a signature drink. And hey, it does not have to be alcohol. It could be something so
Yes.
simple. It can be
I
sparkling
love a
water,
mocktail. Yeah.
yeah, with a lemon or lime in it or
Mhm.
cherry. Give them a Sprite and just put like a fancy garnish on it. My signature drink is an almond iced tea that I learned how to make when I lived in central Louisiana. In fact, I left Alexandria this weekend. And of course, I brought gallons of it with me. But things like that, just to
What
make
kind of tea is it?
almond iced tea is in my cookbook,
Almond.
and it's
Okay.
delicious. You can eat all year round.
Mm.
I think
I
it look
love tea.
yes. It is
Especially
one
sweetened tea. Yeah, it has to have some kind of sweet to it, some kind of flavor to it, and then put it in a cute glass. So I'm thinking that you are anti paper and plastic cups and stuff like that.
guess what? You can go to Home Goods, you can go to Marshall, Target, and they have the most beautiful plastic paper, like
That
stem.
looks real.
It does.
Yes.
And I tell
Yes.
people, mix the high and the low. People, I can't entertain because I don't have China. Who has China these days? Only some of
Yeah.
us, right?
And
I
those that do don't want you eating on it, right? It's always a, I'm like, why are we saving it? But that's an inherited thing passed down. See, I could have this conversation with you all day, but okay, so Monica Renee, she's a media relations guru that works with the show. She says, one of my go-to mocktail is a hibiscus tea, a
yes.
spritzer. Okay.
Yes, and that's perfect. And you can add a little something to it to bring it to a cocktail. But hibiscus is awesome. The flavor is great. It's
Yes.
smooth. Yes.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so your book and it's interactive. So there's a QR code in there that takes you to videos. So when you were putting this masterpiece together, did you see something that you said, "Oh, I want to do something similar to that"? It seems like you have created something that a lot of other cookbook authors may want to infuse into their cookbook, because I love that it's different. It is so high class, but yet inviting. So tell them how they can find your book and your inspiration for the book.
You can find the book, of course, on my website at justjeanniejacobs.com. You can also find it on Amazon. You can find it online at Barnes and Noble and Walmart as well. Um, The cookbook is just the beginning. I have another one I'm working on now. If you like the interaction or interactive features of the cookbook, this one that's coming up is going to blow your mind. It's a secret. So I just gave you a little taste.
I love it here on the Loretta McNary Show, right? So, do people still call you Dr. Jeannie, or are you just saying no? Just call me just Jeannie or Jeannie. How do people that know you are a doctor? Because I'm thinking once a doctor, always a doctor. So, what do we call you?
Once a doctor, always a doctor. But I've been flying high, so to speak, for the last almost 4 years. So every now and then, some of the kids will call me Dr. Jeannie. Okay, I'm gonna let you slide a little bit. Or they call me Miss Jeannie, but I prefer Jeannie. I don't even let people call me Dr. Jacobs. I ignore them at times. I said that
I
brings
love it. You know what I want to do, and we can talk about this later. I want us to get together and do a show together just to walk people through how easy it is to host, right? You don't have to have a huge budget for it. And if you do, we can talk about that too. But I even like Kool-Aid, as long as it's got a cute glass. I love my sparkling water in a wine glass. I love my tea in something that may look like a bourbon glass. I just like to elevate things, and you can get a pack of glass at home with somewhere for like $8 or $5.99 at Walmart. So don't let price stop you from experiencing life and love on an elevated level, because we all deserve that.
exactly, and it does something to your soul. It brings
It
your
does.
spirit to the next level. And thinking of Kool-Aid, the best drink started back in the day was with the Kool-Aid mixes. I was talking to my children about that. They're looking like, what?
What is Kool-Aid? Yeah. Like, really, kid, go away. But anyway, I'm not gonna. I promise you, lifestyle, anything that has to do with decor and good, delicious, and pretty food, I'm all in on that. So you'll have to come again. You
Sure.
have to come back on the show.
I can give you a sneak peek of my Easter table that I'm working on. It's a work in progress, but would you like to take
Can
a
you
look?
do that now, or you mean the next time?
I could do it now. I'm looking at it. So I'm gonna if I
Okay,
can
let's
move the camera, well, move
let's
my
move it. Yes.
bear with me.
We're here for it.
Let's see if I can try to bring it down. There we go.
Oh, wow.
Now let me throw it this way. This tablecloth, and tell people, this tablecloth is older than me. It was in my family forever. I found it, pulled it out, and I'm using it. Okay, here you go. That's the setting.
Oh,
Very simple. I took linen napkins I already had, and I tell you they were cheap. I found them. They were $5.99 for 12 somewhere like years ago. Put a little egg in it. I just used stemware that I already had in the house. And believe it or not,
beautiful.
these are faux, and they cost me $20. And the candelabras, I found it at the thrift shop like years ago. So I think I spent maybe $20 seriously on this tablescape for Easter. And it's neutral and it's very simple. So people can
Okay.
have fun.
So we are definitely you are gonna be on my food dial. Hey, lifestyle expert, let's do this. Hey, let's show people how to do this. We may just do some shorts. I don't know, but I just feel like I want people to understand, honey. I love Ross decor. I love home goods. I love going to TJ Maxx and just scouring for great decor items, and they have a sale that just blows your way. It does not, you can do it. You can go other expensive places. You can order all day long. But if you really want to do it on a budget, but not and have it still be exquisite, I'm telling you, we can show you how to do it. And Dr. Jeannie, Just Jeannie can show you how to do it. Thank you so much for your time. I'm glad we were able to show people your table, give them some ideas, and Easter will be here before you know it.
Exactly. So I'm in there now creating an Easter bunny out of sourdough. That's the goal.
Oh, okay. Please follow her on all social media. Just Jeannie, thank you so much for being my guest today. Thank you for elevating and giving us ideas and inspiring us. Do it for yourself. If no one comes over, you too deserve to have a beautiful table laid out and We don't even eat at my table, but it'll be beautiful. My sons don't care about all that. And they'll just grab something and go sit on the sofa and play the game. But it just does something for me to see it. And my mom was like this. She loved a beautiful table, decorating it and all that. So thank you so much for being our guest on the Loretta McNary Show.
Well, you're welcome. Yes, please follow me on Instagram at Jeannie Jacobs. Hit my site. I have so many free recipes and tips.
Yeah.
As well.
And on her YouTube, I've already watched some videos. So anyway, you all stay right here with us. We do have another segment coming up next. We'll be right back in just a moment.